Hi, my name is Marcus. Welcome back to the channel. We went to go see Supergirl last night. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this movie as bad as everybody has been saying. God, dude, I hate doing like bad movie reviews nowadays on this channel. I really do, but it's not. If you're just going to just enjoy time with loved ones, you're just going to enjoy a good time with family and whatnot, hey man, listen, do you. Just go have a good time, get some popcorn, get some soda, get a drink, just enjoy it for what it is. But comic book movie buffs, probably fans of Supergirl that's been fans of the character for the last 30 years, I can definitely see the issues. First off, let me start with some positives here. So, homegirl that plays Supergirl, yeah, is she a supermodel? No. Can I see why James Gunn chose her to portray the emotions, to have like the party girl personality, and also on the flip side, one of the sole survivors of Krypton. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Props to her, Millie Alcock. Chef's kiss. I could definitely see where you were chosen. Your portrayal of the character kept me engrossed, kept me enthralled throughout the picture. It was just everything else surrounding it, maybe other than Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa's Lobo, of course, it was almost like, it felt like Aquaman with just white and black paint on his face. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, yeah. Don't know. It's almost like Jason Momoa only has one gear when it comes to his acting. But I mean, I get it though. The comic book buff in me knows that that's Lobo's character specifically anyways. But it's just me specifically, the only movies that I have seen Jason Momoa in, it's almost like, even when he's like trying to be serious, it's still like, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it annoys me. Sometimes it's entertaining. It's almost like just a 50-50, it's a yin and a yang. You see what I'm saying? It's just, he was easily the second best part of the movie next to Millie. Millie Supergirl is what drives the movie forward, but definitely Lobo, or Jason Momoa's Lobo, is what, needs that comedic element to keep pushing the story forward for sure. Action scenes when she's actually allowed to use her powers, great. Music, great. It was just some of the story elements. Like, it bothered me that, okay, she's in deep depression because she's a Kryptonian. She lost everything. But if you have the power of a literal god, I'm hard. My 38-year-old brain is hard pressed to understand why you would need to leave the place where you're literally considered a god to go off world to make yourself vulnerable just so you can get drunk. She's 23. I get it. We all need those party years to get it out of our system, but I don't know, maybe fly around the world a few times. I don't know, maybe just drift off into space for a couple of hours. I feel like, if I wanted to fly around the earth or, just drift in orbit near the sun, I feel like that would be more of a let loose, of a try to cheer myself up than just downing a bottle of vodka. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird, and I like to drink. I'm a drinker. If I had to choose between having the powers of a god and just taking a drink, man, tell me I'm wrong. I didn't like that story aspect of it. I just didn't. I ain't like. This has also been a trope of Superman movies that I've always hated. They always have to find some kind of a random trope to depower them, to make the action scenes make sense, so that they just don't obliterate everyone. That's convenient that she just happened to land on. We're getting into spoilers here. I'm not going through a breakdown of the story. I'm definitely going off the cusp that you should have seen this movie. If you have not seen this movie, I appreciate you being here, but you should probably go see the movie before continuing on with the video here. You know, it drives me crazy that she just happened to land on a planet that is half kryptonite, half yellow sun. Does that even exist in the DC comic book realm? I don't have that 100-year history in my brain. I'm sorry, but somebody with a comic book knowledge, tell me that there is a planet in the DC universe that is half kryptonite, half yellow sun. That was blowing my mind. I had never seen that before. It was pissing me off. It really was. And it just happened to have the main villain have just a gauntlet where he can shoot out little kryptonite pellets. Okay, that's cool. How would they even know that kryptonite can hurt them like that? Because it's revealed in Kara's backstory that kryptonite wasn't even formed until, once kryptonite was blowing up, her dad put a little force field in the center of the city of their planet or whatever, lifted it up, and that's what the separation from the atmosphere is what caused the kryptonite to form. Cool, whatever. Ass cool, but cool. So how would other alien races get access to even know how to utilize that technology when the only two Kryptonians left is Kara and Clark? Why would they even need it? It's only two left. So that's insane to me. Like, there was no logical reasoning for him to have that weapon when he didn't even know that it was still Kryptonians that existed. At least not to our knowledge that has been revealed yet. So why would he need to? And he even said, like, I just built this just because, but I didn't know what it would do, and it worked out. So yay! Like, no. What are we doing? What are we doing here? It's terrible. Speaking of villains, which I don't even know his name, Cream, Crab, Craft, Crab, or Cream. It's like a combination of those three words, and that was his name. It's just, that's probably the biggest thing. Of course, with superhero movies, my main trope is, like, if the villain is terrible, it doesn't matter how good the hero is. If it's a terrible villain, a forgettable villain, you're just not going to have a successful superhero film. I mean, when you have the likes of a Killmonger or a Thanos or a Magneto or such and such just running around, just making the Green Goblin, making the hero's life a living hell, and then you have a great face, metal face over here. He's just too goofy for me. It's almost like they try to put like a Joker element into him, and then somehow he's super strong, but like, of course, not strong as Kara when she's at full strength. The only way he can try to take her on is by pelting her with kryptonite stuff, which, whatever, makes sense. You gotta have some sort of an interesting fight before you get to your conclusion. Even Lobo somehow gets, when he's trying to get his friend for his bounty or whatever. Like I said, if you haven't seen this movie, I don't know why you're here. But when Lobo's trying to get his friend for the bounty, somehow he gets locked up as well. He said it was on purpose, but whatever. Just there was a lot of stuff happening that just didn't really get explained thoroughly, even though, like I said, I really enjoyed Jason Momoa's Lobo, but just even some of the story aspects surrounding him were just dumb. It was just dumb. And I mean, dude, that leads me to easily my most hated aspect of the film: the sidekick, the girl with the sword family who gets obliterated at the beginning of when Greyface was going to get the weapons from old girl's family. Tell me why? Why did her brother or the son with the headphones on, why would he hop out of his bed and run into the hallway and be, and then that led Greyface to throwing the knife at him and killing him? Why would he do that? There was no logical reason. Was he trying to scare him? Was he just being silly? Was he playing a prank? Why? Why would you do that? Yeah, it's not like they haven't been there before. You've seen the Greyface and his group like massacre people before. Why would you do that? And then that leads to the mom going off and getting herself killed. Then dad goes off and gets himself killed. And then that leaves sidekick girl, just for some bizarre reason, he doesn't kill her too. He just lets her live. Okay, that makes sense. No, you. Why would you leave one sole survivor? No, one day you're gonna come get your revenge. Good luck. I hate that. I hate that so much. If you're gonna, just like when he was on the other planet with the couple that was trying to get their daughter back to poison Kyra, he killed all three of them, no problem. But you left old girl alive after you just massacred her whole family. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then just throughout the whole duration of the movie, there was not one part where she did not annoy me. I don't know if that was meant to be on purpose or if it was just story that maybe we're meant to feel this way. Maybe we're supposed to view her as like the little sister that just keeps getting in Kara's way. I mean, if it wasn't for her, she's the sole reason why Crypto got shot with the arrow, he got poisoned. It sets the whole adventure in motion. And now there was just no moment in time where I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm glad she's here. She makes me happy. Not one scene in the entire movie that had me like, all right, she's cool. No. I was just ready. No, it was bad. It was bad. It was not good. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry to the actress. There's nothing against you. It was all, well, a little bit, because I really didn't even enjoy her performance anyways. It was just all of her lines felt flat, and all of her scenes just felt, I was just tired of looking at her on screen. That's all there is to it. I've been going on her for about 2-3 minutes now. But yeah, that for me, that was the core reason why this movie is not up to the par of these characters of the standard that we have set for ourselves. I mean, if you go in mindless, you're just trying to have a good time. Listen, man, you're with your family, you're just trying to have fun. Do that, bro. Do that. But once you cut your brain on and start looking at this from scene to scene, to story arc and elements, to character development, it's like, bro, like I'm just not feeling it. And she does not need to appear in any other film in this franchise ever again. Please don't. Please don't. No, it's a wrap. Also, hard pressed to mention that this movie also falls into the trope of like every male character in the movie is either evil, borderline special needs, or just a baby back bitch. It is. Every female character is portrayed as the powerful. Of course, we have Kara as the hero. We have the sidekick as trying to be a hero, and then we have the brides that have been led into a human trafficking situation that Kara is saving from the bad man. It's just, typically, I don't mind it. It is what it is. You got a story to tell. If you need to utilize that element to push your story along, do what you got to do. If the story was good, but if the story sucks, then it just doesn't work. I mean, that's just how it is to it, man. No. Sorry, gotta point it out. It was just a whole lot left on the table for sure. But even with all that being said, overall, I still enjoyed the movie. In 2026, I will never not enjoy a Kryptonian, whether it be Superman or Supergirl or General Zod, flying around, obliterating their opposition. That is always a mastercraft spectacle to witness, whether it be live action or animated. It's just entertaining to see that level of power on display. And the movie definitely does a extensionally good job portraying Kara's powers when she is fully powered. It just sucks that the vast majority of the movie, she's either depowered because she's on a planet that doesn't hold up with a yellow sun because she's trying to get drunk, or she's either been hit by a kryptonite weapon or on a effing planet that's half kryptonite. Convenience. Oh my God, dude. I mean, at least with Superman, the vast majority of the movie, he was only like depowered like a little bit, or he was fighting against enemies that were strong enough to fight him even at full power, you know? But with Supergirl, they had to depower her to make some of the fights make sense. And I don't like it. I can't wait to see the team up with Supergirl and Superman. I mean, obviously, we know that's coming now. I was grateful for not having to sit through all of the credits to get that quote unquote after credit scene. Kara is back on Earth now after she found herself, trying to accept her fate and what happened to Krypton. So I guess we'll get that Superman Supergirl team up movie or like a Justice League movie. But I feel like they still need to introduce like a Batman, a Wonder Woman. We got the Lanterns coming. Still got to introduce Flash as well. Maybe Cyborg. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But it's just this one just left a lot to be desired on the table. There's no way around it for sure. We're surpassing 15 minutes here. I gotta start wrapping this video up. If you're still here with me, thank you. There's still so much left on the table to say, but I'll wrap it up with, is this the best version of Supergirl ever? I don't care. I don't care. It's, Supergirl's just not a character that I have an extensive mental background of. So I will say that I was entertained. I'm excited to see what James Gunn has in store for her for the future. But is this the best version of the character I've ever seen? I don't know. I'd probably go back to the Justice League Unlimited animated version. There was a few Justice League animated movies, like the one where she was in Darkseid. Darkseid tried to take her as a slave or whatever. I feel like that was my favorite version of a Supergirl story. The Man of Steel, the Snyderverse version of Supergirl, how they did her, how just have her keep getting killed by Zod over and over and over again, kind of takes the luster away from that version. I never watched the CW Supergirl show, so I don't have an opinion on that one. But I will say that Millie's version of Supergirl, I was entertained. So with all that being said, she's definitely up there as potentially my favorite version of Supergirl, but the bar was never really high to begin with. So that makes sense. Cool. If not, I'm sorry. Yeah. Lobo, cool side character. Can't wait to see him come back. Maybe he'll make an appearance in another Justice League movie or another Superman movie. I'd like to see him make a comeback. I'm sure Jason Momoa doesn't have really much else going on, so that'd be cool to see. I'm glad this villain is dead. I never want to see him again. He was terrible. Forgettable. I don't even care to even learn his name or any background on the character at all. Same thing with the sidekick. Easily one of the worst sidekick characters I've ever experienced, for sure. The sidekick was on like Morbius levels of bad. I'm sorry. It is what it is. That's how I feel. I never want to see her again. With that, we'll end it right there, man. So, okay, how did you feel about it? Did you enjoy this movie? Was this the best movie ever for you? There's no way. There's no freaking way. I don't believe you. Did you find this terrible as well? If so, post in the comment section below how you felt about it, what you didn't like about it, or what you liked about it. I'm all ears. Just be respectful. Y'all know me. Don't come in these comments being crazy. I'll shut you down. That's all there is to it. Y'all know me. So, okay, as always, thank you guys for the support. I love doing these movie reviews. I've always been a movie buff. This is easily one of the favorite parts of my channel that I do. So if you support it, then I love you, truly. If you want to see more content just like this, you know what to do, get subscribed, man. I review the vast majority of the Marvel movies, the DC movies, and any other blockbusters that I find interesting. So if you want to see content like this, you can follow me at youtube.com/smartjack79. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, my friends, thank you guys for the years of support, and I will see y'all on the next one. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.